You win some, you lose some.
We're live.
Hey.
Welcome back to the Horizon Radio podcast, live stream podcast, depending on what you're looking at. Today we're talking about diet culture of dieting, being fit. I am your Jack Toast, Zach Reisner. Obviously, very good at the diet thing, I would say. I want to start this off with a disclaimer. None of us are registered dietitians or have any real say in what you do with your lives. But I personally think being healthy is good. Yeah. Meredith, start us off.
I have a lot of different thoughts. I don't know. I think the actual culture around dieting can be crazy because I know people that will just personal experience. And I actually was talking about this today. Some people if they're really into it, look down on people who aren't really into it, even if they're not necessarily unhealthy or whatever their health status is. It's just you don't go to the gym. They just automatically think they're better, and that's not all of these people, obviously, but there's just this small group of people that think they're so much better than themselves just because they hit the gym every day. So that's definitely one take on it. But I definitely understand watching and understanding what you put into your body, taking care of it, because you only have one and it doesn't recover. I mean, it doesn't recover.
It never recovers.
It never recovers. It does recover, but you only have one. You have to take care of it.
Oh, you looking at me?
Porter, what do you got to say?
Diet culture. Well, first off, I want to say when it comes to diets, a lot of people have different diets, just depending on who they are. I'll go and say my diet, I'm always told to just eat whatever I can just because of how skinny I am. So lucky me, I get to eat whatever I want, not have any consequences. But I will say, Meredith, you did make a good point when you said that some people who go to the gym every day, they're like, oh, you don't go to the gym? Okay, you're not as good as me. You did make a good point there.
And some people, it's just not their way of exercising. But I definitely think exercise is needed. You need to take a walk.
My thing is, though, you don't want to do it every day, I feel like. I apologize if anyone does go to the gym every day. Do either of you go every day?
I had to convince myself not to go to the gym for a second time today.
Okay, then.
I love the gym. I love it. But I think the best way for it to stay healthy, I think you do need some form of physical activity. But go for a walk. Go outside. Yeah. You don't have to push yourself to get under the squat bar or the bench press every day.
The way I do it with the gym is I usually do it every other day. So that way you get some rest time and then you go back, and then you get some rest, then you go back again.
Yeah, it's different for you. You're an athlete. You want to be at peak. But
Come
you
on.
are. You want to be at
Come on, guys.
I definitely saw the shift from whenever I stopped cheering to when I used to cheer. The way I eat, how I exercise, all different just because, obviously if I used to cheer every single night for 4 hours at a time. I can't eat the same I used to, but I don't know. When you're an athlete, you want to be in much better, your physique and just how much endurance you have, all that kind of stuff. You want to build that. So
I feel like it's kind of the same thing with modeling a little bit. You have to control your diet because you can only eat certain foods if you're a model. I think so that way you stay thin. They don't want you gaining any weight.
Right.
With that,
I think that's a dangerous game. There's some people that are naturally, and it's unfortunate because some people want to be naturally thin, and it's just not how everyone is built and how they're born. But there's some people who force themselves into that physique when they're not supposed to be like that, and try and model, and it's so detrimental to their health, and it's just a really scary culture.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I want to say that is a fact that I know, and I took the mic off the little stand for this because this is important. The only way to lose weight, the only way is to be in a calorie deficit. Burn more calories than you eat. That's the only way. If you want to gain weight, eat more calories than you burn. And that's for everybody. There's not some special things, and there are like thyroid conditions and stuff that I don't understand.
Some people cheat and use Ozempic now.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But if anybody's out there and they're like, I can't lose weight, track your calories one day on an average day, and then the next day eat less calories or burn more calories. You don't have to necessarily.
They make apps for that now to help you track.
Yeah, I track my calories every day. Really more for the macro and micronutrients that are important. But it's like the easiest thing to do, because dieting necessarily I don't think is super hard. It just takes discipline. Eat a gram of protein per goal body weight, and if you're trying to lose weight, burn more calories than you consume. And
you bring up protein. That actually brings up another point I wanted to bring up. Some people say that you have to have a lot of protein in you. Do not do that. That is actually unhealthy to get a bunch of protein in you, because you'll end up having to pee a whole lot throughout the day.
I consume ungodly amounts of protein, so I disagree.
How often do you have to pee?
Not very. I mean, a normal amount. Okay. I don't know. I don't track that, but I try and eat. I'm around 180 pounds, so I try and eat 180 grams of protein a day.
My dad ate like 4 protein bars in one sitting once.
Yeah, protein bars are good from time to time. I'm really into chicken thighs right now. Let's talk about what foods we're into.
Foods?
I'm really into chicken thighs.
I can tell you now, I'm one of the most pickiest eaters out there. A little heads up.
I have some like undiagnosed stomach things going on, so I have been like really picky with food, like how I digest it recently. So I've been eating pasta, pizza, and McDonald's and all this stuff, because certain foods are just like raw vegetables are really tough for me to digest and stuff like that. Getting it figured out, but yeah. So not necessarily the healthiest eater, but
yeah. If you want to talk about unhealthy eaters, I can go into detail with that.
But I will say, whenever I was in cheer as a kid, specifically, not really as a kid, specifically the whole time, but I would say around like tween ages, I was always a flyer, which is the little girl on the top who everyone holds, and like there was around that age, people would start like making comments and like saying like just really not nice stuff.
She's hard to throw now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, you're growing, and like just like nasty side comments. And I feel like just from an early age, I just started like watching that kind of stuff. Like even from like 12, I was like, did I have too much to eat today? Like I remember at a really young age tracking my calories, which is like, ugh.
You know, it's great. Great. The best thing you can do, just go swimming. You burn an ungodly amount of calories swimming. But don't eat 30 minutes before you get in the pool, or you will combust.
I will say I have gotten into a pool less than 30 minutes after I went swimming.
Yeah, I don't think that's a true thing.
It's not. I did not throw up after.
Yeah, it's like just take a break.
I did it in a public pool once, and I did not throw up.
I've never combusted in a pool.
And then cheer, when I got to college, it got really bad because to a certain extent, it like really wasn't about talent anymore. It was how you looked in their uniform. It wasn't necessarily like weight for me. It was height. I wasn't short enough. They wanted me to be like this big and this big.
But you're so small.
But
sorry, I don't know. I don't know if that's mean to say. I apologize.
Literally, like the other girls on my team were like Polly Pockets. Like they were like 5 foot.
Wow, Polly Pocket. I haven't thought about them in 10 years.
But no, they were just tiny girls, and if you weren't a tiny girl, you weren't going to be on the team. And if you were on the team, they weren't going to use you. You were going to sit and watch.
How tall are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Like almost like 5'5".
Okay.
That's so small.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about the average height for women, I think.
They wanted like short girls.
Like my mother's 5'1". Would that be in the range? Because she's
I used to know a girl that was 4'10".
fire.
They want you.
Thing is, she was 18.
Is that just for flyers, or is that like in
Yeah.
general?
No, it was specifically for flyers. Because if you were on I was on a co-ed team, so it was like the
weird.
men were okay. The men were like the bases.
Yeah,
the
yeah. That was a joke.
And then there was the all-girl team, and they wanted the girl bases on the all-girl team to be a little more taller, muscular, be able to throw the girls. So I really couldn't just change my whole physique overnight to be a base.
You can't really grow fast.
No.
That's not a thing.
Or
Well,
shrink.
you shrink with age. That scares me. Because my great grandmother is like, I'm shrinking because your bones compress, and it's like, what? Why? Yeah, that's wild.
It's scary.
I thought it was funny to me when you were like, people telling you that you've grown was like an insult. Because as a guy, you grow up and they're like, you've grown, and you're like, oh, yeah, I've grown. I'm big. I'm big. I'm tall. I'm strong.
But whenever it's the active someone lifting you up, and they're like, it's like, oh my god, I'm 12. Why am I so heavy?
Yeah, but it's the same thing. The opposite way for guys. Like if your dad picks you up and they're like, oh, I can't lift you anymore. You're like, hell yeah, I'm big.
Yeah,
I'm big now.
The culture around dieting and weight and everything is very different between guys and girls.
Yeah.
The scary thing about being scared of gaining or losing weight is it can lead to eating disorders.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not confirmed, but I can definitely tell that I had a couple teammates that struggled with that hardcore because when we would get around time to nationals, when it was you're either on the mat or you're not, you're either going to compete or you're not, I would see girls get extremely thin, and it's I mean, it's just
That's scary.
Yeah, there's definitely different standards. I think, I don't know, because I've always been an athlete, and when you're an athlete, it's get as big as you can.
Yeah.
Functionally.
Yeah. Sometimes people get too big, I feel like.
Yeah. I don't know. There's different muscles are different, man. Because you can see I'll see big old muscular guys and I'm like, dang, one day that'll be me. Which it probably won't, because that's not what I'm chasing. But I think the focus is different. Because I think in diet culture, women want to be as small as possible and men want to be as big as possible.
That's another thing with diet culture. I feel like the trends of what bodies look good changes for women. I feel like in the last couple of years, we've seen it transition back to what it was in the early 2000s, be as thin as possible. But a couple of years ago, it wasn't that way. It was, I want to be somewhat thin, but still be curvy and da-da-da-da. But it changes.
Yeah,
it's literally a body. Why are we?
I want to say right now, if we ever, personally, this is my personal opinion, if we ever depart from curves again, I'm going to be upset.
But I think that's a fair point.
Because it's healthy.
Yeah.
Let's all have healthy. But like Ariana Grande right now, bless her heart.
So thin.
I can see her dang heart.
Yeah, it's
through rib cage, and it's that's not healthy. And all the Ozempic faces looking like Skeletor. Shout out Skeletor.
In some cases, it's some people have those underlying health conditions. It's this is a lifesaver. They've been looking for this the whole life.
I will say some people kind of interpret what Ozempic is incorrectly. What it is, it just stops you from eating.
It's an appetite suppressant.
Yeah, that's all it is.
And there are tons of healthy appetite suppressants. Healthy, quote unquote. Carbonation is a great appetite suppressant. Nicotine, specifically nicotine pouches, appetite suppressant.
So you gotta be careful with nicotine.
Caffeine will stop you from eating. Protein.
Yes, protein
is a great, and it's I don't know. You just got to find foods that you can eat that leave you satisfied. That are low like potatoes. Potatoes are the most satiating food of any food, and they're super low they're lower calorie than rice. You see the bodybuilder eating chicken and rice every day. I had a friend, actually, a teammate here, Gavin Canoost, former grenadier, he would drink tuna smoothies, which would be a can or a pouch of tuna, water, and hot sauce. And he'd blend it up and he'd drink it. And he'd do it like twice a day.
Oh, you can literally do anything with a blender.
I don't know. Because he could have just
Maybe that would
ate
that
tuna with hot sauce,
That
but
would
he
probably be a
would.
little quicker to just blend it all together.
And that's what he would do.
drink it.
And he'd drink it. And he was jacked. He was a big
Wow.
dude.
Yeah, I definitely think just like find your own thing. Find your own foods, find your own workouts. Your favorite content creator is not going to have the same workout routine that you're going to have just because it works for her doesn't mean it's not.
Yeah.
Sometimes they fake it also.
But most of the time they fake it, which we have found out in the last couple months.
And listen. There's a lot of talks about the seed oils and the aspartame and the red 40. Red 40 is bad for you. Seed oils, it can ruin your gut microbiome.
Side note, isn't Red 40 getting banned? Isn't it banned? Isn't it supposed to be out of all foods by like 2026?
Yeah, I saw something like that. I saw a video of a guy once drinking an entire fish tank of Red 40. Don't know what happened to him. Haven't seen him since.
He do that?
No, it was literally like a sped up. He had one of those big old fish tanks, and he had a spoon. Ripping Red 40, not great for you. Wouldn't recommend. Aspartame. Want to talk about diet sodas?
Oh,
It's fine.
yep.
It's fine. You have to
Whoever-
drink like 60 Diet Cokes a day for 3 years for aspartame to be carcinogenic.
Yeah, there was some truth to it. Like I think what was it like? They say you get cancer if you drink Diet Coke
Yeah.
or something like that, and there was some truth to that. But you have to like
It's
you
an
said, drink
ungodly
60 of it
amount.
a
It's
day
an
in order-
ungodly. Drink
yeah.
diet soda.
Because they tried to-
If you're doing that, you need help anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I think they tried it on a rat, and the amount that it consumed
It's
was
ungodly.
equal to like 60 cans of it.
Drink if you're trying to lose weight and you drink soda, drink diet soda. I love a good Diet Coke. I love a zero sugar Dr. Pepper,
Oh, yeah.
specifically the cream soda one. That is the best diet soda I've found. But I also eat Taco Bell probably 3 times a week. I love it. I can't get away. I'm addicted. The poisons that they've put in to get me addicted to their foods, I'm in it. I'm for it. I think it's a risk. It's a risk reward. Would I rather not eat Taco Bell and drink chicken and rice every day? Eat chicken rice every day. Or would I have a crunch wrap with a large Baja Blast, maybe some Cine twists, and a chicken quesadilla every now and then? Why is a chicken quesadilla from Taco Bell $8 now?
Talk
I've
about
had this-
prices
I've
like
had
going
this
over the
issue.
roofs.
They have like a little menu that's like, oh my god, steal. Everything else is outrageous.
It's
There's
crazy.
A large Baja Blast. Why is it so?
Never,
$6?
if you're ordering, listen, people at home, listen to me. If you ever go out of your way to order a Baja Blast, first off, get the app. The app, you go twice, they're giving you free stuff. It's fantastic. And you can get a free Baja Blast. It's a medium, but it's like whatever. It's like 10 cents to upgrade or something. I don't know. Just get the box. I always get the box. They got 3 different boxes, like $5, $7, and $9. You get a Baja Blast. And if you're getting anything other than Baja Blast from Taco Bell, if they have Baja Blast, get help.
That's the route I get a Big Red, but
Big Red?
Ugh.
You know what Big Red is?
Red 40.
Big Red 40. That's what it is.
I know,
There
what are
is
they gonna
big-
do?
there-
Are they gonna make it big clear?
Yeah, it's
There is
What is gonna be here
there
in
is
a couple
Big
years?
Blue also.
there's Big Blue.
Yeah, there's a Big Blue.
Blue
Yeah.
doesn't naturally occur in nature. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
It's wild.
It's because the ocean's just
Yeah, reflection. The sky
Yeah.
is a reflection of the ocean, or maybe it's the other way around.
water's clear. It's
I think we should take all the Red 40 and put it in the
The
ocean.
ocean make the ocean.
So when the
red.
aliens come, Earth looks real scary.
But no, that would make it. Wouldn't that make the ocean look purple?
Maybe.
It'd make it look purple.
And then when the
instead of-
aliens come, they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, Earth is fabulous. Let's leave them alone."
the only part of the ocean that's not blue is the very edge of it.
Yeah,
like
but
on the
when
sand,
the
it's
sharks eat, it's red, right?
Yeah, because there's blood.
Yeah,
right?
and
They're
red
attracted to
40
blood.
is the same. It's a brighter shade. It's a scary shade. But are they gonna get rid of the red Sour Patch Kids? I also
Oh,
love Sour
please-
Patch Kids.
Please,
The
please
high
no.
fructose corn syrup is fine.
If they get-
in moderation.
If they
The
get rid of
beetroot powder.
if they get rid of anything cherry flavored, I will die.
Beetroot.
My favorite drink is cherry flavored, for crying out loud.
Well, they can use cherries.
Yeah.
No, yeah, there you go.
Crazy concept.
But if that changes how it tastes, I'm gonna be forever disappointed in life.
Cherry juice, great if you're trying to sleep.
Cherry Coke
Fun
is
fact.
my favorite.
Yes, the cherry.
It's tart cherries. Yeah,
Oh,
very good to sleep. Magnesium.
Water down a little bit.
Let's talk about electrolytes. Y'all ripping electrolyte powder?
I'm gonna say something. I'm awful about drinking anything but a soda. If I didn't drink soda, I'd probably be negative 17 pounds.
The
And that's
only-
the problem.
Like,
only
I
thing-
love
That's the
it.
problem.
Only things I drink: water,
They're great.
soda,
I love
and
Coke.
protein shakes. You
I
like
love
Coke?
Coca-Cola.
All right, you know what? Here's a question: Coke or Pepsi? You said
L-
Coke.
Listen,
I'm a Coke guy.
I had a Coca-Cola because I'm a big Dr. Pepper man. Personally, I love the Dr. P. I tried a Coke and it was disgusting.
Regular
Well,
Coke,
apparently-
I don't think is very good.
Apparently, if you go a couple years without drinking one and you come back to it, it's gonna be the dust.
But I love a DC, the gentleman's drink, a Diet Coke. I love it. But I went back to a normal, straight, red can Coca-Cola, and I was like, I feel like I'm drinking syrup.
See, the way I am, I've been drinking cherry Coke for a really long time. Anytime I drink a regular Coke, the taste just is underwhelming to me.
It's like, where is my
Yeah.
extra flavor?
But
Exactly.
a little sprizzy
Sprizzy.
over a.
Right.
First off, the fact that they took CR Mist away from us is a travesty.
They got rid of that?
It's starry now.
What?
It's starry.
Why would they do that?
About this much water and then put Sprite.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it felt like it because they had the mountains. I felt like I was drinking because my grandmother would always have little tiny short cans of CR Mist, which I believe it is actually Sierra Mist.
Yeah,
but I always
it's
said
Sierra.
CR.
Yeah, it's Sierra.
So whatever. It's gone. It's dead now. Who cares?
R.I.P.
I felt like I was drinking the soda straight from the mountain. Yeah, like I was just mouth open, taking drips of the mountain soda. And it was great. And then they were like, it's starry now. And I was like, this is what's wrong with America.
Yeah.
When I think of Sierra Mist, I think of just like those like plastic cups that are like really like you can't see through them anymore at restaurants. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, like that. It looks like they have broken glass on the inside. Yeah.
Oh,
It's just like those ice cubes that are literally this big and they're flat. That's what I think of when I think of Sierra Mist. It's really old.
Ice is a great thing. If you're
Ice.
a snacker,
I never put ice in my drinks.
get a little Raisin Cane's, Chick-fil-A ice,
My
Sonic
sister
ice.
has Crohn's disease, and she's ate ice as a snack for like
Dude,
15 years.
Ice is good, man.
I do not like ice.
Not all
Josh
ice.
talks
I
about
can
that,
never. I can
that
never.
They got his mom an ice machine for Christmas because she has Crohn's disease. So I guess it's a common thing to eat ice.
I can never put ice in my sodas because it always waters it down. So anytime I get a soda from the fountain, I never put ice in it.
The Taco
Yeah, me
Bell
too.
over on Charleston never gives me ice with my Baja Blast.
And they just don't say anything.
No, they just hand it to me, and sometimes it's cold, and other times it's like lukewarm. And I was like, "When was this ordered? And why is it mine now?" I've gotten close a couple of times. Not really, but I think this is funny, so I'm gonna say it.
Go ahead.
To just humming it back. If I grab it and it's lukewarm, or I take a little sip, humming it back in there.
I've always wanted to see someone do that. Just
Yeah.
throw it back
It's
at
still
it.
a conversation, but I was at Panda Express, so it's having two different.
Pan Express, the best protein per dollar ratio.
But also the worst thing for you.
Oh yeah, it'll clear you out.
Anyways, two different occasions has happened to me. 2 different days. I was at Panda Express, and the lady was handing me my drinks, poured it all over the car. And she's like, "Do you want a new one?" Yeah, I
Shit.
would like a new one.
Nah, you
Shit,
know what?
yeah.
I'll drink it off the car.
So wait,
Like,
she
we don't have a napkin.
did she even apologize?
She's like, "Sorry, you want a new one?"
That's the definition of someone that hates their job right there.
Let's go through bests. You guys have like fast food diet? Like
Yeah,
I'm
I got one.
I want fast food, but I don't want to feel like I'm 700 pounds.
Yeah. I get that.
I eat
Who-
Panera, and you pick 2 with a little bit of mac and cheese and it's like a tomato basil
Okay.
BLT.
First off, Wrong.
That's just what makes me
If
think
you go to Panera and don't get a broccoli cheddar soup,
of-
you
I
pick
know,
two,
but
yes. And that did they still do the 99-cent bakery item?
I'm not sure.
Panera got rid of my favorite thing they had there, and I was so mad.
What was it?
It was the barbecue flatbread, I think is what it was
Mm.
called. They got
They're big on the dip game now. Having the sandwich dippers, stay away.
Mm.
Stay away. It's like Arby's having a French dip. It's like you're not doing that.
If you go to Arby's, do not get a burger from there. Whatever you do,
I'm big on the Arby's sliders.
sliders.
Come on. And that orange little shake they got every now and again. You ever had that orange shake, Porter?
No, I've never had it.
Good Lord.
I,
It's not good for you, but it's so good.
what I usually get at Arby's, usually I'll either get a chicken sandwich and a large curly fry, or
They got good chicken.
Yeah, they do. They really do. Or I will get, this talk about diet. I will get 2 roast beef sandwiches and a large curly fry.
Listen,
I stuff myself with fast
the
food.
amount of protein in an Arby's roast beef, you eat they used to, okay, guys, bear with me. This is embarrassing. You used to be able to go to Arby's and get, it was either 4 or 5 roast beef sandwiches for $10.
What, could you actually?
Yeah, they just give you a bag, and I'd get a CR mist and some Arby's sauce. And
Would you put the?
listen, I got 4 roast beef sandwiches. You think I'm stuffing down a fry and 4 roast beef sandwiches? I'd eat all 4 in the parking lot.
Hey, I would have done that because their curly fries are really good.
It's like 120 grams of protein, and I'd be like, I am winning the health world. It's also like 200 grams of fat, which is not great because it's straight disgusting fat in it, but it's so good.
Their roast beef is really good.
People who don't like Arby's need to grow up, in my opinion.
Arby's is underrated.
I literally also said that today. Arby's is so good when you don't have some hater nagging in your ear.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
But yeah, the fact
It
that
is.
you don't order the broccoli cheddar soup from Panera with the baguette.
So hear me out. When my mac and cheese comes with baguette and there's so much extra cheese that you dip it. And I get the broccoli cheddar from the grocery store. It's like a
Those are good.
separate thing.
Yeah, you know what you got to do? Life hack. Get pretzel chips. Start dipping them, Johns. Come on. All right, Porter. You said you had a diet fast food hack.
So when it comes to me, like, it's more so like I feel like that I eat more than I should when it comes to fast food. So like what I'll do is when it comes to Wendy's, usually I love their spicy chicken sandwich.
They're
there.
so good.
Yeah,
They're top tier.
They're
in
my
fast
favorite.
food.
My favorite spicy chicken because they don't use sauce to rely on the spiciness.
Yes.
So I do for Wendy's. Instead of getting fries and a Frosty with it, I just get myself another spicy chicken.
Two spicy C's.
Yeah.
Solid. I'm big.
Plus, Wendy's fries suck. I hate their fries.
That's-
Drench them in ranch.
That is another conversation. I love Wendy's fries.
Oh,
but-
oops, sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'll tell you who has the best fries is McDonald's. I think their
I'm
fries
a
are
Rally's.
Rallies.
Rally's has so good
They
fries.
do.
If you all ever get around to trying Jaggers, they have
Jaggers is good.
the best-
Jaggers is good. I'm a big Popeyes guy.
Popeyes, I used to love. I don't really like it much anymore.
I love the little Cajun spice because I get
Oh, yeah.
spicy tenders.
Ooh,
and-
those are good.
Uh,
The sandwich.
fun
has
fact
gone
about
downhill, I
Popeyes,
think.
they, from what I've heard, and I'm going to trust them because I'm not going to do my own research because why? They fry all their chicken in beef tallow,
Really?
which is considerably better for you than seed oils.
Steak and Shake just changed. They're now frying all their fries.
You know what? Fun
Really?
fact about Steak and Shake. One of my friends here, her dad, Kevin, Kev Dog, CFO for Steak and Shake.
What about it?
So I went, I shot her a text. I said, hey, let Kev Dog know. He's on the right track. Beef tallow, that's what McDonald's, they used to fry their fries in beef tallow. And everybody's like, they're so good. And now every time I get McDonald's fries, I want to pull my car off the road because they're terrible and they're
Here-
limp and they're cold.
Here's the hack with McDonald's fries. Get like a small bag, pour your fries in it, then get some salt and pepper, drench it in salt and pepper, shake the bag up, and they taste 10 times better.
I should not have to put work in for my. If I'm getting McDonald's, I already don't want to cook.
Like,
I don't even like McDonald's anymore.
I used to not. I didn't eat McDonald's for 2 years.
and
And then I got the app, and it was like you can get 2 Big Macs for $5.
You can't.
And I was bulking. I was bulking, so you can't. I know we're talking about health. I was bulking, so I wanted to gain weight. I'd go and I'd get. This is how I went. I came in my freshman year. I was 145 pounds. My junior year, showing up, I was 170. Because I would eat 2 Big Macs at least 2 times a week. It was $5.
Did you try the chicken Big Mac when that came out?
I did. I really hated that they had the chicken nuggets.
Yeah, that was the thing I didn't like. They should have made it.
If it was like a crispy,
yes, if it was crispy, it would have been 10 times
but
better.
But it was
McDonald's announced they're bringing back their wraps, and I am super
snack
excited
wraps
for that. Yes,
They would
you and me both. That was my favorite thing to get there, and then they got rid of them.
two with the fries.
Yes.
And then Taco Bell's bringing Baja Blast Pie coming sometime in 2025. I did try it. It was $5. But anyway, any closing remarks from either of you?
One thing is with some fast food places, be careful because you'll end up with a trip on the toilet.
I think
Chipotle, for example.
you have to lower dieting. Just like do what works for you. Don't be influenced by everyone around you.
Exactly. Don't let peer pressure get to you.
Yeah.
Drink water,
But
sleep, calorie deficit. Find some way to work out that's fun for you, whether it's a walk, whether it's the gym, whether it's pickup basketball.
Don't cheat with Ozempic.
And everyone just have a healthy, happy life.
Yay.
See you next week for Meredith Monday, part 2.
And there we go.
why do we